Hello and welcome to Pabbly. In this video, we are going to understand how to send LinkedIn leads to other applications using API by Pabbly. So let's say that I'm promoting my business using LinkedIn lead generation forms, and every time I receive a new lead, I want to create a subscriber in MailerLite. But let's say that here MailerLite does not have a native integration in Pabbly Connect. In such a case, I can use this module, which is API by Pabbly, to integrate LinkedIn lead generation forms and MailerLite. Now to do this, I'm going to set up this connection using Pabbly Connect, where my trigger will be LinkedIn lead generation forms and my action application is this module, which is API by Pabbly. Now to understand how you can integrate and automate this entire process yourself without the need of any coding skills, let's begin. So this here is the dashboard of Pabbly Connect, and you can reach here by the link which is given in the video description. If you are an existing user, simply sign in. And if you are a new user, you will have to sign up. It is not going to take more than 2 minutes. And yes, at the time of account creation, you will get 100 free tasks so that you can test all these automations. Now once you reach the dashboard, on the right hand side there's a tab Create Workflow. Click on this and this dialog box has appeared. Here you have to name your workflow. You can give any random name. I'm going to name it as per my objective, which is send LinkedIn leads to other application using API by Pabbly. I'm going to click on Create. And as we do that, here we have reached another window which has got two extremely important events. One here is trigger, another one is action. Now triggers and actions are basically those two principles or concepts on which this entire automation works. Trigger is when this happens, action says do this. Basically, action here is the automated response of your trigger application. Now let's understand this with the help of an example. So every time you swipe your card and the payment is made, then you get as response a notification on SMS about the amount debited. How does that happen? With the help of automation. Now in such a case, your trigger is the payment gateway and your action application can be any SMS sending application. Let's come to our use case. So our trigger here will be LinkedIn lead ad generation forms. Let's click on this. Next is the trigger event. So this is the event that is going to make this workflow happen, and here it will be new lead generation forms response. So here we can see on the right hand side it is written that this trigger will check for new data in 10 minutes, which means that our trigger application is polling based and the workflow is going to run in every 10 minutes to fetch for new data. Now I'm going to click on connect. And once I do that, here Pabbly Connect wants to connect with LinkedIn lead generation forms account. So here I'm going to select add new connection as I'm setting up this connection for the first time. And here connect with LinkedIn lead generation forms. So now here we have to confirm our credentials. So as we do that, here we can see that the account here has been captured by the system. So let me show you my LinkedIn lead generation forms. Here this is the account. So the same name has been captured by the system. Next is the lead form. So here again, let me take you to lead generation forms, and you can see that I already have created a lot of forms. So let's say I'm promoting my business and I'm related to healthcare industry. So I'm going to select this page that I have created, the form Healthcare for Life. So let's understand this form. First of all, whenever you are creating a form, you have to enter the form details where it includes the language, offer headline. So here I have written fill this form to live a healthy life. This is how it is going to appear. Then offer details, these are optional. Then comes privacy policy URL. So this is a must. You have to enter the privacy policy and it is going to be added as a hyperlink here. Next is lead details and custom questions. So here I have added 4 questions: first name, last name, email address and phone number. Now if you wish to add more details, you can always do that. Then we have the confirmation. So here we have a message like thank you for filling the form. You can customize this. Landing page URL, and then we have thank you message call to action. So you can fill all these things, and then we have hidden fields. So if you wish to add additional fields to your form for tracking purposes, you can do that. So now I'm going to click on cancel, and here I'm going to take you back to Pabbly Connect, and which form I'm going to select, Healthcare for Life. Let's click on save and send test request. So as we do that, here we have received the response of the last form that was submitted. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you back to LinkedIn lead generation forms, And here we are going to go to advertise. Within advertise, we have got different campaign groups within which we have got campaigns and ads. So let's say that I want to work on this campaign group. The name is Pabbly Connect. If you wish to create your own group, click on this create tab. Here you can create a campaign group or a campaign or a different account. So I'm going to select this campaign group. Within this campaign group, we have two campaigns running. One is lead generation, another one is good campaign. So I'm going to go ahead with lead generation campaign. And now here within this campaign, we have got two different ads running. One is take free health test. First session is free. Another one is we offer SEO and digital marketing services to the companies. So here I'm going to go ahead with the first ad, and it has taken me to my LinkedIn page. Now this here is the form, so I'm going to click on register. Since my account is just a test account, since this account is a test account, you can here see that the first name and last name is static. But when you have a paid account, you're creating your own form with all the fields required, then all the information can be dynamic. Now here I'm going to add the email address. Let's say the email address of the person is testdummy@pabblytudes.com. And now here we have the phone number. So this here is the phone number. Let's click on submit. So here we can see that the information has been sent to Pabbly. Let's go back to Pabbly Connect. And here again, I'm going to click on save and send test request. And as we do that, here we have received another response. What is the name of the form? Healthcare for Life. This here is the landing page. Then testdummy@pabblytudes.com. This here is the email address. Here we have got the phone number. This here is the first name, and here we have the last name. Now once we have received this information, what do I want? Let's say that I want to create a subscriber with all the details that we have received in MailerLite. Now let's assume that MailerLite has no native integration in Pabbly Connect. In such a case, I'm going to use a feature by Pabbly, which is API. So API step allows you to connect with other applications through their API. It will be useful if the native integration for any application is not available inside Pabbly Connect. Now here we have to fill in this information. To understand this, first I'm going to take you to MailerLite developer website. Here we are going to go to API reference. Now the first thing I need is the action event. What do I want? I want to create a subscriber in MailerLite. For that, I'm going to take you to subscribers. Here we have create or insert subscriber. Now you can see when you want to create, the action event has to be post. It is very well mentioned here. So here instead of get, we are going to select post. Next is the endpoint URL. So here again, let me take you here, and this here is the endpoint URL where the information has to be sent. So I'm going to paste the same here. Next, we need the payload type. For this, let's go to getting started. Here it is very well mentioned that the payload type has to be JSON. So the same thing is mentioned here. You have more options. We are going to go ahead with JSON. Next is wrap request in array. I do not want to do that, so I have selected no. Then we have authentication. So as I scroll down, so here we can see for authentication here, we need the authorization as bearer token. So here I have selected bearer token. We had other options like no auth and basic auth. So I have selected the bearer token here. Now how can we receive this? For this, I'm going to take you to MailerLite account. Now here we are going to go to integrations. Within integrations, we have API. Let's click on this. And here I'm going to generate a new token. Let's say the name of this token is 987. Here I'm going to check on this box and create token. So my token has been created. I'm going to copy this, go back to Pabbly Connect and paste the same bearer token over here. So once this is done, next we have the option to add headers or set parameters. So here in API reference for MailerLite, as I take you back to subscribers, create and insert subscriber, you can see that we require parameters and not headers. So we have got different parameters. Now here I'm going to select set parameters. We have to now add the label and the value. So the label here is this and the values are this. So here let's say I'm going to add the email. Always remember that it has to be written exactly in the same format. So here I have added the label as email. Now what I'm going to do, I am going to map the value of this email from the previous step. So as I click on this, you can see the previous step, and here let's go and look for the email address. This here is the email address of the person who had just filled up the form. Now this method with which I have added the information here is known as mapping, and this is important so that every time your workflow runs in real time and it has captured a new response, it can take that response here. If I had written this manually, then even when my workflow was running for nth time, it would have taken the same email address. So to avoid that, we map the information. I'm going to click on this plus icon to add another label. So let's say that I want to add the status. So I'm going to copy the status part, add this here. Now for the status, I want this to be an active subscriber. So here we have the status as active, unsubscribed, unconfirmed, bounced, or junk. So I'm going to copy this active thing and paste the exact same thing here. And now I'm going to click on save and send test request. And as we do that, here we have received the response, according to which now the subscriber must be created in MailerLite. So let's go and check. So this here is my MailerLite account. Let's go to subscribers here. So now I'm going to take you down and test dummy at pabblytudes.com. You can see that this particular subscriber has been added in MailerLite. So this means our integration is a success. Now I'm going to check the same in real time. So what we are going to do is we are going to go back to the form that we had just filled. So here we are back to LinkedIn and I'm going to register. Let's say this time the email address is dummydear@pabblytudes.com, and then here we have the phone number. Now I'm going to click on submit and the form has been sent, taking you back to MailerLite. Let's quickly refresh this page, and here I'm going to take you back to subscribers. And as I take you down here, you can see that the new subscriber has not been added yet. Why? Because our trigger application is polling based. So now let's wait for around 10 minutes and then we are going to refresh this page and check if our integration is a success. So it's been some time and now I'm going to quickly refresh this page. And we can see that dummy dear, this particular subscriber has been added. So our integration is a complete success, taking you back to Pabbly Connect. Let's quickly understand what we have done. So here our trigger was LinkedIn lead generation forms. The event was new lead generation form response. Then our action application was a module by Pabbly, which is API, and the event here was post. I hope this is absolutely clear to you. If in case you have any doubt, you can refer to the workflow which is given in the video description. You can also clone the same and start to process immediately. Apart from this, if you have any specific integration to work on, you can always write to us.
Not only this, but you can integrate multiple applications using Pabbly Connect software. To ask any of your query, you have to write at forum.pabbly.com. You can also visit our website, which is www.pabbly.com/connect. To get all the details about the latest updates, the integrations and applications, you can visit our Facebook group. If in case you have found this video helpful, then do not forget to share this with your friends and colleagues so that they can also get into automation and make their life easy. I'm going to see you very soon with different integrations and automations. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe. Take care of yourself.